Basically, here we are, Thursday night before the weekend session. Just going through kit and basic things that we should remember for the trip for the weekend. I'm just going through Martin's rig board. Basically, not a great deal to look at, if I'm honest with you, and nothing that really interests me. But what does interest me is leaders and things like that is keeping safe. Now, you'll all take a look at that and think to yourself, well, that's a mess. Yes, it is a mess. But here's a little tip for you. When you're tying these rigs up, and say you'll tie 10 up at a time, or 20 up at a time, them little plastic sachets that you get with them, just tie yourself 3 leaders up, intertwine them together and just put them in the sleeve all together, and basically you can put them in there and think, right, and you can have like your silk coloured ones, your weed coloured ones, you could have your gravel coloured ones, all in the same little pocket, instead of basically Medusa's bad day off, if I'm honest with you. So that's the first tip of the weekend, and it's only Thursday night, so we'll keep going with this, and we're going to fish tomorrow, we're going to fish Saturday night, and we're going to fish right through to Sunday, and hopefully I can pass you a few more tips on. And by the way, this is a fag. Okay, we'll see you at the weekend. Thank you. Just going through Martin's tackle box now. I know we said we'll see you next Friday, which is tomorrow, for the session and that, but just taking a look through his box and seeing his various setups and that. I noticed straight away in his tackle box, one thing that every angler needs is a spare lighter, because the last thing you need is a flint going. So that's the first thing. Well done, Martin, good thinking. And also, this is a real big, for me, this is a big thing, and he listens. In this pot here you'll see millions and millions of air stops, like extender stops, various colour stops to match his thing. Put them in a pot. Don't just leave them laying loose about in your tackle box. The smell of your tackle box ain't very nice. Do you know what I mean? And the last thing you need is something to taint the end of your upbait. And for the last God knows how many years I've been doing this, just putting all my hair stops in a little pot like this, putting a tiny little bit of sweetener, intense sweetener or something like that, whatever chooses, whatever tickles your fancy, just putting that in there, and basically there'll be nothing tainting your upbait. Do you know what I mean? That is a massive, massive thing for my fishing, and I'm sure it makes a difference. Others will beg to differ, but that's just me. Going through his tackle box, what else we got? Mess. What's that?
That's just tail rubbers.
What is that?
Tail rubbers.
Mess. That's a mess.
Rig foam.
For me, mess. What's that?
Chod rig bin.
Right. Shot bought, yeah.
Yep.
You can't knock it. Martin Bowley uses them. At the end of the day, though, he ain't got time for tying up rigs, has he?
Oh no, not shop.
And I'll
rigs.
tell you what, you look at some of them in the shop as well and think, how do they get them that good? These Chinese, they're brilliant. What else have we got? Okay, do you know what? This is a massive. There's hooks in there that I don't even want to look at, if I'm honest with you. What have we got here?
Due to recent conversations.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. I can't be doing with this. This is all too much for me. I've got mine in all pouches and this and the other, but to be fair, it looks nice. And another lovely little bit of kit that Martin's got. It's the Mosquito Zap It. And we could get endorsed by this, man. We could get a few quid out of this.
You could see the charge on that, though.
Literally. Look at that. When you go fishing, especially this time of year, it's just starting off late June, early July. Then mosquitoes are an absolute. When you get bit, you just zap. Literally put the old Zap It on. Click it a few times, and you can.
Takes the itch away.
It takes the itch away, and believe me, it does. Do you know what I mean?
We're probably going to
basically, the main 2 bits of kit that Martin's got in his kit that I'm really, really impressed with. It's nothing to do with fishing whatsoever. We've got a lighter and a Zap It.
And the hair stop thing, though.
It gets, yeah, but that's been for years, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've only just recently done that and all, because I've been telling you. Do you know what I mean? So
2 years ago.
at the end of the day, Zap It, Ronson.
Yeah.
Everyone's a winner. Cheers. I was a bit harsh with Martin a minute ago with his tackle box. He's just been running me through it, saying I was a bit harsh, and I don't reckon I'm going to put that on YouTube. But he just had a good little point for me. Like, loads of lakes around now are barbed or barbless hooks or micro barbed, which means barb nowadays basically. But he's just looked at that and gone, what do you reckon red and white means? And I went, it didn't take me long to think barbed and barbless. So obviously with all these different venues out there at the minute, like doing something like that is actually fucking key. Oh, I've just ruined it. I've swore. But that is key to fucking the film up.